So yeah, I do discussion anime topics on different videos over this channel. I do different animes. Most of them animes are my favorites. Some I talk about and for this general purposes, and some I give my honest opinions, which don't go well sometimes. But yeah, I even made my top 10 favorite anime list and character list. Well, spoiler alert, if you watch those videos, you know that the topic we're going to discuss about today is very much my favorite anime, and that is Gintama. From its comedy to its beautifully written characters to its stupidly gag characters to the incredible serious arcs. Now, if I told you that a legit comedy show wrote such a serious arc that legit changes the climate of the show, and in fact, it is regarded as the top 10 best anime arc of all time on some legit list, of course. So that arc is known as the Shogun Assassination arc. So, in order for me to give you the whole premise of Gintama, I made an entire video of why you should watch Gintama. Please watch that. And in that video, I give more in depth of what Gintama is as a whole show in general. But also keep in mind, I didn't get to the Shogun Assassination arc. I'm gonna call this the SA arc to keep it short, because I'm gonna butcher that a lot. So, but yeah, I didn't get to the SAR part in that video. I got like right before it, but I know how y'all lazy niggas are. So I'm going to reiterate at least in short of what it is. So it's basically a comedy sci-fi-ish anime with great well-written character and beautifully written story arcs. And even though it's a comedy show, they have serious arcs where you can go from laughing one episode to feeling the rage and emotional. And from what I've seen so far, very few animes do this. And the beauty of this show is that you have a good time watching every single episode like I did. And the cast starts to feel like your own friends and family with their comedic gag and their weird traits and personality. I talked more about it, the cast, in that previous video, so go check it out. So yeah, anyways, let's talk about the arc that changes everything. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm going to try to avoid major spoilers, but let's be honest, I'm going to talk about them. But I know a lot of people don't know about Gintama, and I want everyone to experience the show. So if you have seen the Shogun Assassination arc, then enjoy the video and try not to spoil in the comments, at least give a spoiler warning. But if you haven't, sit back and relax, and here's why you should watch it. Okay, so when I first started the series, I knew already that the Shogun Assassination arc was going to hit different. The hype was unreal, and the arc featured incredibly built-up antagonists and the side characters as well. And I'm going to give you some more context. So basically, the show will go from majority comedy episodes and then sprinkle some serious arcs throughout it every now and then. That's basically the formula of Gintama, and some of my favorite arcs before SA was the Four Divisions arc and the Yoshiwara in Flames arc. Both those arcs was so good, and I can't forget about the Benny Sakura arc. And speaking of that arc was basically like one of those build up to this arc basically in like the beginning of Gintama, because that was where he was first introduced to the antagonist Takasugi and his squad. And in order to give you more context, I gotta talk about this arc as the main point of what we get to in a minute. So the Benny Sakura arc is like a teaser of what he's going to get into later on in the show. And like I said, we first introduced to Takasugi, and if you don't know, he is one of Gintoki's past allies and even childhood friend. And oh boy, is he a badass, bro. This is a badass villain. But yeah, he made his debut in like episode 3 or 4, and we see him like almost sneak Gintoki in the beginning. But yeah, you can tell like Gintoki's reaction when he found out who it was. He was already spooked, so I knew he was going to be interesting later on. And then also, further in the show, we learned that there was this big, massive war between the samurais, which is the show premise, and aliens, basically. And for a long story short, it took over, and the samurai tried to get it back, and I'm not going to say why, they took over yet, because oh boy, we'll get to that. But yeah, samurais versus the aliens, and Takasugi, Gintoki, Katsura, Sakamoto was all in that war trying to, defend their land. And like I said, you can tell that there's turmoil between Gintoki and Takasugi since then. And that's basically where the Benny Sakura arc addressed it, and then along with some action as well. So, and it ended with Katsura and Gintoki saying, next time we see Takasugi, we won't be as comrades, we'll be as enemies. I was like, oh, okay, setting up. And then now we move along further in the series to the Yoshiwara in Flames arc. Now this, where he got introduced new characters such as Suki, Suki, you already know. And we also get introduced to Kamui, which is, I guess, spoiler alert, but you can tell by the photo, of course, which is one of the main protagonist's brother, which is Kagura, the goat. And he's also a part of the Yato clan, which is what Kagura is. And if you don't know what Yato clan is, It's like a it's like a Namekian in Gintama. Like very strong race, like basically alien slash human with great combat and strong combat skills. Actually, go in and phase that. And that arc could cover itself in its own, but just know it's basically like one of those not really rescue missions, but like to save the land arc as well. So anyways, at the end we see that Kamui wants to fight Gintoki because he's, you know, cool. But now it seems like Gintoki has another strong enemy like waiting to come. But however, this is not where Gintoki made, you know, enemies. He also made allies as well. Along the way, in each comedy episode, we got to know more of the characters. He made friends, you know, including the Senshigumi, which is a very funny and go to police force. The Ninja Clan people, like I said, go watch my other video to know about more about them. That's basically where Shatan and that other ninja guy that never shows his eyes, that's basically their clan. And other people as well also made friends with Suki and her clan as well. So yeah, it gets to know about more relationships on the way. But the main, I think my favorite one is between the Shinsigumi and the Oddjobs, which is Gintoki, Shinpachi, and Kagura, and the Shinsigumi, you know, Hijikata, Kondo, and Okita. They're basically like classic frenemies. That's the real definition. But due to their great writing, we get to learn more about them in the beginning of the series. So now at this point, it feels like they're family. So that's what I love like Gintama. They're all my family. Now, with that being said, this all leads to the SA arc. So just imagine you're watching a comedy wholesome episode, laughing your ass off. Then you see this promo at the end of the episode and this hype trailer for this arc. You see all these serious faces and the tone shifts because, well, this arc is called the Shogun Assassination. So this arc sets up the new Shogun, which if you don't know, Shogun's like kind of like the president form in Japan. You know, that's one everyone respects and look up to. And yeah, the new Shogun, which everybody goddamn hate, is trying to take over the organization and is plotting against the old Shogun, one everybody loves, and also featuring different like comedy episodes, which he easily was like one of the funniest characters in the show. Yeah, since the new Shogun want to invade their whole stuff and take over the old Shogun, this causes state of emergency type panic because all the police and citizens are working hard to protect the Shogun. Because I'm telling you, right off the bat, people started dying like left and right. So yeah, the police and stuff trying to escort the Shogun, the old one, the good one, but he basically wants to fight with his people, which is understandable because he wants to fight with his peers and to protect his land. But also keep in mind, not only the Kabuki, basically the good guys protecting the Shogun, are against the Nobu guys, which is the new Shogun. They are up against Takasugi's group and Kamui's group, Kagura's brother, of course. And because their new partnership, Takasugi's long goal of seeking revenge with the new district, he wants to destroy everything. And it's not one of those catchphrases where he says like a Team Rocket type stuff. No, when he says it, it's like, oh shit, it's scary, bro. But yeah, he wants to destroy everything for a reason we don't know yet. And as you know, in order to destroy everything, you have to kill the top guy. And who's the top guy? The Shogun. Now you have the Shinsigumi, the Oddjobs, Shoguns, and his childhood friends, which is conveniently the Ninja Clan, and you know, Sachan and the other guy. Damn, what is his name? And the Shogun's family is involved as well. Now it's on All Out Brawl, and what makes this arc so special is a number of factors. So I will go over these fights in a detailed way, but I'll say that for another video. Stay tuned for that. But the way these fights and matchups happen, you think to yourself that you never knew you needed this fight. They always executed perfectly, seeing two sadistic characters such as Okita and Kamui clash in the sky on top of a ship. Man, it was amazing. You go from that to the Ninja Clan trying to take down Takasugi, to the Oddjobs and Shinsigumi fighting off the bad guys, the whole army of them, and then you get the bloodshed, climactic fight between Takasugi and Gintoki. Oh my lord! The fights in this arc and even the next one is easily the top Gintama fights, and it clears every category of what you need to make a good fight, man. It was truly a treat to watch. So the side characters are actually used incredibly well in this arc. Have comedy relief characters stemming back from the beginning episodes come back to play a huge role in this, such as Sachan and her brother Ninja Clan. Like I said, if you don't know Sachan, a quick recap. An obsessive stalker who easily wants to do things to Gintoki and has a huge crush on, like, you know how Sanji simps on, different girls in One Piece? Yeah, that's her, but like, she has fantasies by getting tied up and moving on. Oh, whoa, whoa. These two were revealed to have a special friendship with the Shogun and have a great bond. There are also new characters were introduced that, you know, play a role later on, but seeing the introductions made it seem like they have a mystery presence, which leads to certain plot twists that are insane in this arc. I mean, it left me sitting in the dark thinking about what I just witnessed. Plot twist literally happens in the first episode, and the ending left me shocked. Like I said, you know I gotta do it. Spoiler alert, so like I said, you can skip ahead a little bit, like go ahead like 10-20 seconds. But yeah, basically in the first episode we revealed that the guy with like there were no eyes guy, he killed the Shogun in legit the first episode. I'm like, what the heck? And then later on it was revealed that he, you know, that was all part of his plan. It was like, bro, they need to chill out. I thought the Shogun legit died right then and there about like someone I never thought I was gonna kill him. Oof, alright, welcome back. No spoiler here. There are other plot twists, and there was one to come later on. Don't worry, I get to that. And that literally changed the series and how I view certain characters. I mean, it was groundbreaking. Like, oh my god, that writing is godlike. But anyways, the way they execute these twists is like a whole nother level. It makes you want to binge the series, you know, all over again. And luckily I discovered this recently because I couldn't deal with the hiatus. They take some time. Now, I have many favorite moments from the SA arc and a lot that is, you know, different dynamics and connections between characters. You have the Shinshigumi helping out the Odd Jobs. You have Kamui and his Yato clan helping out Takasugi's group, and a long-awaited clash between Gintoki and Takasugi, along with Kagura and her brother. And legit, episodes apart, I can't believe he was getting that treat. The final episodes of this arc covered their fights along with showing their backstory of Gintoki and Takasugi's childhood, which was beautiful. Then you see Gintoki, Katsura, and Takasugi all met when they were kids training in the dojo ran by their sensei Shoyo. Each of them looked up to him in a way, and due to some unfortunate events in the Great War, they were ripped apart from their sensei and was forced to live in a new world without him. And I know that hurts so bad. Now, to put it in the simplest terms, Gen and Zero, not Katsura, becomes the good guys and Takasugi becomes the bad guy, and they all have bad blood with them. The one thing about this show is that it has a whole bunch of mystery characters, and you can say Takasugi has the most mystery presence. We know that he wants to destroy the new world, but how come Gintoki can appreciate it? And you have Katsura, who... You could say he has fun with the new world. I'm telling you, Katsura is literally a troll. Like 10 times more than Gintoki, but you're not going to talk about it. Takasugi hates this new world and also hates the Gintoki to the point that he wants to actually kill him. And oh, don't forget about Kagura's fight with her brother, which had a great start, but it wasn't a complete battle because they had to finish some things in the future. Don't worry. I'm writing their arc as we speak right now to do a video later on, so stay tuned. Oh, back to one of the most gruesome and emotional fights you see in anime. That is between Gen and Sugi. We finally see their full backstory, how they met, how Takasugi was a child, and the moment where he finally see what happened to their sensei. And now, this is the moment where I have to go into spoiler territory to make my point across. So, like I said, if you haven't watched Gintama, skip ahead. For all people that watch this arc, you know what I'm about to say. So, after 300 episodes of knowing Shoyo's death in the war, and of course that left Gintoki, Takasugi, Katsura in shock, but not exactly knowing how we see that he died, and the ultimatum that Gintoki had to follow through, which was truly heartbreaking to watch. Gintoki was put with a choice to kill his master or his student, i.e. Katsura, Zugi, and you know other ones. He chose Shoyo, which broke him and Katsura and Takasugi to the fact that he vouched for him to be killed by Gintoki because he couldn't live without his master. And of course, Takasugi and his master was close because Takasugi was headed in, you know, as a kid. You know them bad kids that, you know, get in trouble when those edgy kids? Yeah. His only hope was Shoyo because, well, his parents was gone. He had nobody else. If Takasugi was continuing heading down, you know, later on in his childhood, he probably would end up dead or, you know, in jail. And basically, Shoyo saved his life to give him the dojo and make new friends and hone his training skill to be the strongest, and just for his master to be killed by the person who by his rival technically is literally insane. And like I said, bro, I was crying, bro. I was like, this is too good, but it's so sad. Oh my god, like how, bro, this moment hit me so hard that this all happened in episode 305, where it was the title Sworn Enemy, and I swear to my life, word to my mother, that it is easily one of the best anime episodes in general. I cried my ass off, as I said. It was too much, bro. By the way, I also watched this episode and One Piece Rooftop episode, which is both his peak. I think it was 10-15 or something like that. Bro, I had a great experience watching these animes. So I would say both of those are easily one of the best episodes and all of anime. Now, from seeing this backstory and seeing what happened in the war, I could see why Takasugi is the way he is now and why Gintoki has a heavy burden on him. and I can legit say I can't blame any person, because if I was them, I probably would have done the same thing and acted in the same way. Alright, so people who left, or skipped ahead, with that episode concluding, Sieg and Toki and Takasugi expressed their reasoning, and we got rid of a new character that was, back in the Courtson arc. He came back, and then moments later, some more things happen that leave your jaw dropped, and it's a lot, because there are more characters that come into play and change the landscape, but I'm going to move along and come back in that in later vid. And I must say, the ending left a lot of people, including me, in a state of depression, and I don't want to think about it again. So, yeah, the arc ends with a crazy ending, and now if you look up the top 10 anime arcs, some lists might have some questionable arcs, but one thing you will see is the Shogun Assassination arc, and rightfully so. This is easily my top 5 anime arc, and the reason it belongs because of this character story. The backstories, great fights, excellent writing, different plot twists. Even some of the comedy moments was nice in there as well. And also, pacing was great. It was like 9 episodes, so like just insane. I'm so used to watching, like slow pacing like Bleach and One Piece. So them doing this in 9 episodes is like insane. Anyway, it's a great use of the cast and much more than that. This is one of the best arcs in Gintama and Shonen in period. But what if I told you? What if I told you there's an arc that tops this in Gintama? Oof, alright, so now, like I said, I've been working this video for legit a month and some days now. Sorry it took me a while to, get this video out, and I know, like I said, I have more videos on the way, but this one took me like a lot to do, because plus in between this, some family stuff happened. I got this video out, and of course YouTube helps me, heal, and, obviously it's my passion, so it just makes me feel better, so that's why I was like excited to get back to this video and finally finish it. So yeah, this anime means so much to me, and it's literally my favorite anime of all time. And there are some more arcs I will cover in future videos. It's kind of like a series now, because like I said, if you're a Gintama fan, I got to cover the Pharaoh and Shigumi arc, the Battle with Yuko, and the Silver Soul, and the final movie. Yeah, it's all coming in the future, so just be patient with that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully if you're not, not really into Gintama, hopefully you can watch this video and you will like watch Gintama ASAP. I'm telling it's literally one of the most slept on animes. It deserves to be up there with the big 3, and I will vouch for that. So yeah. Anyways, that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. I love y'all, and I love Gintama, and I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Bye.